Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I am an employment attorney, and on this channel, we answer publicly posted questions from YouTube users getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. I don't know. I'm trying to do it faster. Why? Why anything? Right? Today, we have a quick question about air quality and how it can impact disabilities. So, this has been an issue on the West Coast for a long time, and I think we've kind of talked about this a little bit before. But it's become an issue on the East Coast now as well. There's a whole bunch of wildfires as the climate changes and everything goes on. And generally, our governments are getting worse at infrastructure and managing a variety of things, um, like controlled burns of forest and things of that nature that used to go on. Um, these massive wildfires become more and more common. There's huge wildfires going on right now in Quebec, my my birthplace, Quebec, where the Quebecois live. Um, I got out real quick. It's actually lovely. It's a lovely place, but it is burning down essentially. It is on fire actively. And the wildfires are huge. There are also wildfires in New Jersey right now. And the combined smoke is making a lot of New York State, including, oddly enough, New York City. Um, well, it looks like Blade Runner out there, which is, I can't take credit for that. Um, uh, an acquaintance of mine said to me that somebody walked into their office and said, "It looks like Blade Runner out there," which was a great reference. And I laughed when I heard about that quite a bit. It does look pretty wild out there. It's downright hard to see in parts of New York City right now. And some of the areas in New York State have like a 300 air quality rating right now, which is exceptionally bad. Like, that is actively dangerous to people with certain disabilities, which is what leads to our video today, because there are a lot of people being forced to return to office right now, and a lot of offices don't really have AC systems that are up to the task of dealing with a 300 air quality in terms of filtering out all of those particulates in the smog and smoke and pollen load that's making the air really bad right now. So here's the deal. If you have a disability that suffers in connection with low air quality and your employer is trying to force you to come to work, there may or may not be very much we can do about the commute. I get it. The commute's tough too, but often, under the federal laws, often commutes are not really included in the accommodation world. We can sometimes. It's a thing to look at on a case-by-case basis. But the more direct and more black and white issue is when you come to the office and the air quality is poor in the office, which happens, right? I'll give an example. Buildings in New York City. A lot of them have really poor, aging AC systems with, HEPA filters that are not really up to the task. A lot of them people are reporting right now, like people I know are saying, yeah, my eyes are burning. It's a little hard to breathe, being impacted. I feel like I'm getting a sinus condition. These are all bad things for normal people who are not dealing with a disability. But if you do have a disability, like, say, long COVID, that can theoretically reduce lung capacity, or some kind of really any respiratory issue, right? This massive amount of particulate in the air is actively dangerous for you, like, really and truly, and you should and can demand an accommodation for the air quality, for your disability, right? Now, follow the best practices, talk to your doctor, this and that. Don't be crazy here. Be aware there could be some pushback, because a lot of employers are trying to do a return to work right now, and it's not going well, especially in New York. And so a lot of them are going to be really nasty when you put in for your accommodation. But just stay the course. Do what you have to do. Realize that it's not you necessarily. They're freaking out because they thought they had more power than they do, and they weren't really that capable of getting their employees to return to the office, right? Which means that they have a huge amount of spend getting wasted on office space, and it's been wasted for the last several years. Just money getting shoveled into the incinerator, essentially, right? And that's why they're freaking out. Now, that's not your problem until they make it your problem. So if they react poorly to your accommodation, have an attorney on deck, be ready. But don't be afraid to stand up for what you need, because this air quality can be pretty dangerous for you. And I want you to be safe. I want you to be happy and healthy. I will check the comments down below if you have questions about this. If this video is helpful, like, subscribe, comment down below. It helps us to help more people just like you. And remember, everybody works, but not everybody goes to the office and chokes on smog in New York City and puts their life at risk. Take care, everybody.